the unidentified, catching the unexplained, the unidentified on video.
And I seen this light come out of like the lake.
Northeast Ohio UFO videographers sharing their images online.
There ain't no plane.
No. Hey, everybody check this out.
Hey, yo, come here, y'all. Look at this.
Raising questions and commentary from skeptics, believers, and the open-minded.
There's another one. There's a third one.
That we may not be alone.
What I saw, I can't explain.
Some don't try to define what they've recorded.
That's above my pay grade.
While others are sure what they captured with their camera.
Wait. Oh, do we have three?
Is not from this world.
And there were 3 saucers above me, one on each point of an equilateral triangle.
Each of the UFO videographers we talked to say their sightings changed their lives.
Within 7 minutes or so, it disappeared. And then it came back.
But as you might guess, not all of their family and friends believe what is pictured here is an actual UFO.
So this actual activity has been going on over Lake Erie for a very long time.
Videos of UFOs shot by Michael Lee Hill, a native of Eastlake, have generated hundreds of thousands of views, even featured on the History Channel.
You can see this ball of light come down, and all of a sudden you can see its reflection on the lake.
These were orange, they were solid, nothing blinking, and no sound at all.
Edmontonians are seeing UFOs more often than most Canadians.
At least the latest Canadian survey shows that per capita, Edmonton has the second highest number of reported sightings.
Scientists say it's not proof of aliens, but don't rule it out. Bill Fortier explains.
I got it.
Oh my gosh.
This just one of the 1,100 lights in the sky that made Canadians look up this year. This video was reportedly taken in Edmonton back in December, showing an oddly shaped object hovering and appearing to move across the sky.
People are reporting them in greater and greater numbers every year.
The latest Canadian UFO survey highlights the top sightings from 2017. There were about 3 reported per day. Edmonton had the 4th highest number among metro areas, the 2nd highest per capita.
It's really hard to say why Edmonton is as high on the list as it is.
In Edmonton and across Canada, most of the sightings could be explained through research. About 8% could not.
Even those can be whittled down a little bit further to about 1% of what we call high-quality unknowns.
Most of those things turn out to be rather mundane objects.
This local scientist says with more people watching the sky and more things in the sky, a rise in UFO reports should be expected.
I definitely think there's some reported UFO sightings that actually are drones.
Still, Frank Florian admits even he gets excited sometimes.
There are, again, those unknown ones, the ones that even today I shake my head at.
So when it comes to that small percentage that science doesn't explain,
people do need to have open minds, but they also need to be very critical.
Florian says it's important not to jump to the conclusion that we have visitors from afar, but
you can't rule it out. No, the universe is pretty big. All I can say is keep looking up. You never know what you're going to see.
Just in case, we may want to be on our best behavior as the number of UFO sightings continues to climb. Bill Fortier, CTV News.
I'm just always interested in this. Well, a pilot from Abilene encountering a situation like this, and he wasn't the only one either. KRBC's Febin Casahoon has this interesting story.
On February 24th, 2018, 4 pilots reported encountering the unexpected.
1095 affirmative. We had an aircraft in front of you that's 37 that reported something pass over him, and we didn't have any targets, so just let me know if you see anything pass over you.
Glennis Green says he was flying a commercial airplane from Arizona when he and his co-pilot say they saw a UFO over Roswell, New Mexico as they were returning to Texas.
So Albuquerque Center asked us if we could look and just be on the lookout and see if we see anything. And I'm like, okay. So sure enough, I was looking out the windscreen because I wanted to see it if it was there. And yeah, I did. I saw it.
Roswell, New Mexico is no stranger to the inexplicable. It's also the same city of the reported flying saucer sighting in 1947.
1095, yeah, something just passed over us. Like don't know what it was, but it's at least 2,000-3,000 feet above us.
Green says his out-of-this-world sighting came at more than 30,000 feet.
It was very bright, but it wasn't so bright that you couldn't look at it. you know, you almost really wanted to look at it and try to figure out what it was. It didn't look anything like an airplane.
Green is a retired B-1 Air Force pilot, and he says he's never seen anything like it in his 20 years of flying.
But what was weird about it, normally if you have an object, you know, and if the sun's shining this way, the reflection will be on this side, but this was bright all the way around.
Dude, this is a fucking drone, bro. There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude. That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not. That is the LNS, dude. Well, if there's like another thing, it's rotating. Nickel 6-1 Tango, Roger, over. Oh, got it! Woohoo! Roger, there's troubleshooting Did you box moving target? No, I took an auto track. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow, look at that, man. Look at it fly.